Emily Porter, a beloved community activist in Cedar Grove, disappeared under mysterious circumstances. She had been a fixture in the town, tirelessly advocating for the most vulnerable and leading efforts to improve the town's healthcare and youth programs. One evening, after a town meeting, she was reported missing. Her car was found abandoned on the outskirts of town with the door ajar and her purse left behind. There were no signs of struggle or any clear indications of foul play, but Emily was gone, leaving the town in a state of shock. Emily Porter, in her late 30s, was known for her passionate advocacy, generosity, and tireless efforts to improve her community. She had been a pivotal figure in Cedar Grove, championing causes like affordable healthcare and local education. Though widely respected, Emily had recently been embroiled in a public dispute with a powerful local construction company and had ended a long-term relationship with her partner, Daniel Hart. Despite her outward confidence, Emily had recently confided in a few close friends about her growing concerns for her safety. Robert Green, a wealthy and influential businessman, Robert owned a local construction company involved in controversial developments that Emily had opposed. Emily had vowed to take his company to state authorities for what she believed were unethical practices. However, Robert had an alibi and was ruled out as a suspect after investigators verified his whereabouts during the time of Emily's disappearance. Daniel Hart, Emily's ex-partner, who had a history of emotional volatility, especially after their breakup. While Daniel had been deeply hurt by their separation and made comments that indicated a possible grudge, his alibi was solid, and he seemed genuinely shocked by her disappearance. However, there were signs of tension in his emotional state, and his whereabouts during the night Emily vanished became a key area of focus. Michael Donovan, a seemingly unassuming man, Michael had recently moved to Cedar Grove and worked for Robert Green's construction company. He had become close to Emily through her activism, but unbeknownst to everyone, they were secretly involved in a romantic relationship. Emily had been assisting Michael with a legal issue related to his work, which had put both him and her at odds with Robert Green's company. Michael was soon identified as the key suspect, though he initially appeared innocent. The core of the mystery lay in Emily's involvement with the local construction company. Her efforts to expose the company's illegal practices were beginning to gain traction, and if successful, could severely damage their reputation and future projects. As for Michael, the romantic relationship had become increasingly strained. He was deeply in love with Emily, but her desire to go public with her findings put both his job and the future of the relationship in jeopardy. Fearing the consequences of her actions, Michael's feelings of betrayal, anger, and panic boiled over in a tragic confrontation. Emily had agreed to meet Michael in a secluded spot on the edge of town the night she disappeared. It was supposed to be a calm discussion about her plans to go public with the company's practices, but the conversation quickly escalated. Michael, feeling cornered by Emily's determination, pleaded with her to keep their relationship a secret. When she refused, an argument broke out. In the heat of the moment, with emotions running high, Michael lost control. The location of Emily's disappearance, a wooded area on the outskirts of Cedar Grove, was a place she and Michael had frequented for their secret meetings. There were no signs of a violent struggle, but Emily's car, left running with the door ajar, indicated she had been caught off guard. The lack of physical evidence at the scene, such as blood or broken branches, initially suggested a non-violent crime, but Michael's subsequent actions raised suspicion. Detective Sarah Mitchell was assigned to the case and quickly realized that Emily's life was far from the picture-perfect narrative the town had painted. Sarah interviewed people close to Emily, including her friends, family, and colleagues, and began to piece together the details of Emily's final days. The biggest breakthrough came when a local bartender revealed that Daniel Hart had left the bar earlier than he had claimed. This discrepancy pointed to the possibility that he might have been involved, but further investigation quickly cleared him. The real turning point came when Claire Jensen, a nurse at the local clinic, came forward. Claire disclosed that Emily had confided in her about fears that someone close to her, a man she trusted, might be dangerous. The pieces began to fall into place. Emily's romantic involvement with Michael, her efforts to expose the construction company, and her sudden, unexplained departure. After being confronted with the mounting evidence, Michael Donovan finally broke down. He admitted to meeting Emily in the woods that fateful night. In an emotional confession, Michael explained that he had begged her not to go public, but when she remained steadfast, he panicked. In a moment of overwhelming emotion, he shoved her in frustration. Emily, losing her balance, fell and hit her head on a nearby rock. Fearing the consequences, Michael made the impulsive decision to cover up the accident. He hid her body in the nearby woods, thinking he could somehow bury the truth with her. Michael's guilt was evident, but his actions after the incident were even more chilling. He had deliberately misled investigators and attempted to cover his tracks, hoping the community would never discover the truth about his role in Emily's disappearance. Michael Donovan was arrested and charged with second-degree manslaughter. The town of Cedar Grove was left devastated by the revelation that the very person Emily had trusted had betrayed her. The case sent shockwaves through the community, and Emily's disappearance had uncovered the fragile, hidden tensions beneath the surface of their seemingly peaceful town. In the aftermath, Emily Porter's legacy as a dedicated activist and passionate advocate for justice was honored. Cedar Grove, forever changed by the events, vowed to carry on her work, ensuring that her tragic end was not in vain. The case was closed, but the scars remained, both for the town and for those who had lost a friend, a mentor, and a beloved community leader.